You clicked this because you wanted me to tell you that you're different, that you wouldn't change. You tell yourself you're watching this out of curiosity, maybe some kind of intellectual exercise. You want to hear someone talk about wealth corruption, billionaire psychology, the moral decay of the upper class. You want the comfort of knowing that they're the problem. You've thought about it before. What you'd do if you won the lottery, if your startup exited, if that inheritance came through. You've got a whole fantasy ready. You pay off your parents' house, donate to mutual aid funds. You'd stay humble, stay real. You've seen what money does to people, and you're absolutely certain that you'd be the exception. That's why you're here. Don't even think about clicking off this video. This is good for you. As I was saying, that's why you're here. You want me to validate that. To draw a line between you and them. The tech billionaires, the trust fund kids, the people who step over homeless people on their way to their Pilates class. But that's not why you're still watching. You're still watching because somewhere, in a place you don't let yourself look at very often, you already know the truth. Let's try something. Right now, I want you to close one tab, just one. The one you've had open for 3 days that you're never going to read. The article, the video essay, the thing you're getting to later. Did you do it? Or did you keep listening while telling yourself you'll do it after? That's the thing about you, about all of us. We negotiate with ourselves constantly. We create exceptions, little rule bends that don't really count. Here's what would actually happen if you got money. Real money, not comfortable money, not I can finally quit my job money. I'm talking about the kind of money where your reality reshapes itself, where friction disappears. At first, you do the good things. You do exactly what you said you'd do. Parents' mortgage, gone. Some donations. You'd feel like a hero for about 6 weeks. You'd post about mutual aid without saying it's your money, because you're still humble, remember? But then the shifts start. Small ones. You hire someone to clean your place. Just once. Except it's easier to have them come weekly. You're busy now. Important work. You're building something. Employing people, actually. If you think about it, you're helping the economy. You stop flying economy. Not because you're better than anyone, but because your time is worth something now. You've done the math. First class means you can work. It's actually more efficient. More responsible, if you think about it. You move neighborhoods. Better schools for the future, you say, even though you don't have kids yet. You don't say it's because you don't want to see tents on your walk anymore. You don't say it's because the coffee shop in your old neighborhood started to feel too slow, too loud, too full of people with nowhere else to be. Your friends start to annoy you. Not the successful ones, they get it. But the ones still grinding, still complaining about their landlords, still splitting appetizers. They start to feel like they're not trying hard enough. You don't say this. You just start being busy when they text. Someone comes to your door asking for help. You don't answer it. You've got a Ring camera now. You see them. You watch them walk away. And here's the thing that you need to understand. You don't feel bad about it. You feel annoyed that they interrupted you. That's what money does. It doesn't corrupt you with evil plans. It doesn't turn you into a cartoon villain. It just removes friction. And without friction, you don't build calluses. You don't have to negotiate with discomfort anymore. You don't have to sit with the teenager asking for change. You don't have to ride the bus next to someone having a breakdown. You don't have to feel the world that most people are still living in. And the most insidious part? You'll still think you're a good person. You'll point to your donations, see? You'll vote the right way, see? You'll have the right opinions about billionaires who are worse than you, see? But you'll tip 15% on a $200 meal and feel generous. You'll Uber everywhere and never learn the bus routes. You'll donate $1,000 to charity and spend $8,000 on a couch. And you'll think you're still you. And here's the part where I'm supposed to tell you that's okay. That it's human. That we're all just products of our environment and economic conditions and evolutionary psychology. But I'm not going to do that. Because you already know this about yourself. You've always known. Every time you've walked past someone asking for help, every time you've felt that little calculation happen in your head, do they deserve it? Are they scamming? Is this my responsibility? You felt it. The smallness. The self-protection. The tiny, cold part of you that's already practicing for when you have more to protect. You don't need me to forgive you for it. You need me to stop pretending you're not like them. The billionaire who says he worked for everything he has, he believes it. He really does. He remembers the struggle. He forgets the loan his parents gave him, the connections, the safety nets, not because he's lying, because money rewrites your memory. It turns luck into merit, privilege into earned reward. You'd do the same thing. You're already doing it on your scale. You compare yourself down, not up. You tell yourself you're not rich because you know someone richer. You tell yourself you earned what you have because you remember the work, but you forget the advantages, the ones you don't even know you had. And if you got more, you'd just recalibrate. The goalposts would move. Middle class would become barely getting by. Wealthy would become comfortable. Rich would be someone else. Someone worse. Someone who really doesn't deserve it. This isn't a call out. This isn't me telling you you're a bad person. This is me telling you you're a person. And people, humans, we're not built for the scale of inequality we've created. We're not equipped to hold both I have enough and others have nothing in our heads at the same time without breaking. So we protect ourselves. We create stories. We create distance. We create a version of ourselves that would be different, that would be better, that would somehow resist the thing that literally no one in history has been able to resist. We tell ourselves, if I had money, I'd be the exception. But you wouldn't. You'd be you, just with more options to avoid the parts of yourself you don't want to see. You're going to close this video in a second. You're going to feel something. Defensiveness, maybe, discomfort. That little voice that says, but I would be different. And then you're going to go back to scrolling. You might donate $5 to something, you might not. You might think about this next time you walk past someone asking for change. You might make a different choice. You might not. But here's what won't change. The system that makes you have to choose at all. The structure that puts some people behind glass asking for help, while others walk by with more money in their checking account than most people will see in their lifetime. And you'll keep watching videos like this one. Keep consuming content about inequality and corruption and the moral failures of the wealthy. Because it feels like participation, like awareness. Like you're different just by knowing. But knowing isn't changing. And watching isn't doing. And being uncomfortable for 6 minutes isn't the same as being willing to give up comfort for real. The next video is already queued. You're gonna click it. Something easier, probably. Something that doesn't ask you to look at yourself like this. And that's okay. Because I'll still be here. In your feed, in your recommendations, watching you watch me. Knowing exactly when you'll come back. You always do.